Hello, it is 10 o'clock, November 6th, 2019. Welcome to the weather update. Plenty of sunshine today, but the clouds are rolling in. So let's take a look at current conditions outside right now, where in some places it's pretty chilly. Here's West Hampton, where it's 29 degrees in West Hampton right now. I'm just going to use this viewer here. So we have 29 degrees in West Hampton. It's probably going down, probably even colder than that, mid-20s, because it's in the Pine Barrens and it's much colder. Obviously, outside of the Pine Barrens at Islip Airport, it's 39 degrees, and at Farmingdale, it's 43 degrees, though it has dropped to 35 in an observation station in Muttontown. So there's some additional observation stations on this. You can see over the ocean, much warmer there, 54, 56, obviously, as well as in the city, 52. We're going to take a look now at what's going on in one of our other favorite places to check out, where it's 31 degrees in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River. Not quite as cold as West Hampton. So let's take a look at the models and see what's going to be coming our way. And it's going to be some cold air coming our way. So let's look at the general pattern here. So we have this high over here moving offshore. We have this front approaching tomorrow, which is going to bring rain later in the day. And then this front moves through, and then we get into the really cold air on Friday, where we're going to have trouble reaching the low 40s. And then that high builds in even further on Saturday, then moves off, moves off the shore, off the coast. Then we have this next system here, and this is where things get interesting. We may see our first snow of the season on Tuesday now. Probably warm enough at the coast for rain, but north and west of the city could be some snow with this frontal system here. And then it kind of just gets hung up, and then there's another low that moves along it that could bring us another chance for snow, perhaps Wednesday, before this front finally moves out of the way and we start to see this high build into our area on Thursday and we clear the sky out. But a cold weather pattern is definitely in place, and you could see that continues, though. Toward the end of the period, looks like that damn ridge might try to build again, but that's in the extreme long range. So let's go ahead and take a look. And when it comes to the event that we'll be seeing on Tuesday, that's a way off. I'm not even going to go into that right now because it's so far in the long range, and the models, the way they are in the long range. But what we can do is look at the temperatures, getting a general idea for some storminess for next week. That's all I will say. So temperatures are going to be dropping off as we head into Friday. So let's take a look at the temperatures here on the GFS. You see we are in the 50s. Mid-50s, and there's that front to our west that comes right on through, and look at that, we're struggling to reach the low 40s on Friday. So and then for Saturday, look at how cold it gets at night too, by the way. It looks like we may hang on to above freezing maybe on Long Island, but north and west, it's gonna, I don't think so. I think we're going below, especially the Pine Barrens. For Saturday, again, we're dealing with temperatures only around 40 degrees. And then for Sunday, we do recover a little bit. Temperatures up near 50, and look what's coming. So here we go into Monday. One last day of a little warmth there, maybe trying to struggle to 50 on Monday. And then, boom, here comes this front coming through. You see it kind of gets stalled out. So over our area, this is where we may see some snow. We'll have to take a look at some of the estimates on this model and see. You'll see here, mid-30s, that's all we're getting. In north and west of the city, you're below freezing, so whatever precipitation falls, you're dealing with snow. And then for Wednesday, look at this cold air. We may not reach freezing on Wednesday. That's right, we may not even hit freezing on Wednesday. That's how cold it's going to be. And look at this, even colder air for Thursday. Look at this, only in the 20s. This is unheard of for mid-November. This is really unheard of. Look at Friday. We recover a little bit in the mid-30s, so you could see we're really going to get some really wintry conditions into the picture here. Let's see. As we get into Monday, we get to warm up a little bit, and yeah, we see that warmth toward the end of the period, but looks like it does get knocked down again. So we're going to be a below normal pattern for once. We're going to be in a below normal pattern. So now that leaves us, well, what about the skies? So let's take a look at the skies. And yes, I will talk about tomorrow's rain as well. But let's look at the sky. So here comes the front coming through here. Here is the front. So well, this is 12Z, and we may clear out Friday. So we may have a sunny day Friday. We'll have to see what happens. Maybe some instability, cloudiness. Saturday, more clouds. Sunday, more clouds. Here comes that other front getting stalled out right there. and it's still stalled out. And hopefully we can move it away by Thursday and maybe get some clear sky. And then by Friday, look more just probably a lot of clouds around. That's probably why it's not raising the temperature too much. So I'll have to see what happens with that. And then we're in the Monday and Wednesday there. So, and, all right, that's just too far off. So let's go look at the NAM model. So unfortunately, the only clear day it looks like we might have is Friday right now. So let's look at the NAM. So here is the NAM. Wait a minute. Let me go back to GFS because I think we skipped over Saturday. Go back to this. This is the 0Z. We have a little bit of the 0Z that just came in, but we're going to look at the 18Z. So Saturday, I think clouds over. Saturday might be clear. We may be able to eke out some clear sky. We'll have to see what happens. There is some cirrus off to the west. All right, so let's look at the NAM. This is the 0Z NAM, believe it or not. So I have the 0Z NAM in already. All right, so here we go, Friday. All right, so here's that front. See, there may be some instability, cloudy and stuff. Might be over our area Friday, at least maybe early in the morning, and then it kind of lets up by the afternoon. So we'll have to see what happens. Maybe by the afternoon we have some clearer skies, and then this goes into Saturday, and you can see we're dealing with that cirrus on the NAM. All right, so now let's go look at the precipitation. And don't worry, we will look at the models for those storms that are coming up next week. So here is, we're going to have a chance of rain tomorrow night, probably, say, after 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock. Not going to be heavy rain. Probably not going to amount to that much. And it doesn't look like we're going to see any snow according to the NAM. And then you can see, look, you got lake effect upstate from the lakes coming in. And then we have this high building in. So let's take a look at total accumulated precip, or how much rain we're going to get. It probably won't be very much. It's not. We'll be lucky to see a quarter of an inch. We'll be lucky to see a quarter of an inch on the NAM. Let me look at the GFS. And we got to move this to the 18Z. So, yeah, similar amount. We'll be lucky to see a quarter of an inch from that. All right, and then we go to the snowfall. This is where it gets interesting. Total snowfall. Look upstate. You can see they're getting some snow upstate from that lake effect there. But look at what happens for Tuesday. Look at what happens for Tuesday. See how close we are? We may see some accumulating snow on Tuesday, a little bit. And then look what happens later on in the period here. That second batch there, it actually has some pink over the east end. So if we go and we look at the total 24-hour snowfall, so we can get that out of the way there, you'll be able to see that it looks like it's having some type of system on that Wednesday night, Thursday, deliver an accumulating snow, perhaps as much as 4 inches or 5 inches to the east end, perhaps. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that and see what happens with that. Obviously, that's a ways off. But you know what? Now we're going to look at another model, and that's the RO. So let me go to windy.com and go ahead and look at that model. Yes, winter is coming early. Winter is arriving early. So let's take a look at the URO and see what's going to happen. Now, first I want to look at the clouds so we can see what the URO's interpretation are as far as the cloud cover goes for Friday. So here we are. We'll start at 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. looks fairly clear. What about 11 a.m.? Yeah, we see you have these clouds that develop over the area. So that's what I'm thinking. It's instability, cloudiness that will be over the area. Not much of the day because you have such cold air coming in and instability in the atmosphere. Saturday might look better. Saturday looks better. So Saturday probably would be the clearer day at this point versus Friday. And this is the URO, which I tend to trust a little more as far as it's a more advanced model, and it seems to be more accurate in a lot of cases. So we're going to change this to precipitation. And let's see. All right, rain. So here, look at this. 7 to 10 p.m. You can see we've got some rain over our area, right? Let me go to new snow. See this because all right, this only goes. So this is next 3 days. Nothing for our area. Next 5 days, still nothing. What about next 10 days? See, this is next week. It is giving us a chance of snow next week. So we're going to have to watch for some snow next week, perhaps, on the Euro. So very interesting dynamics going on, of course. But I'm glad that the winter has finally come. And again, we will look at some of these temperatures again. So as we go into Thursday night, you'll see that front come on through, and here you go, 9 a.m. Look at that. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. And then next week, look at what happens next week. So this is the plunge for next week. So look at Tuesday here. Here comes that plunge on Tuesday. Take a look at this. This is 6 p.m. Look at that plunge. We are below freezing over here, just to the west of us. And look at what happens Wednesday. We get even colder. Wednesday, we're gonna really be. This is noon on Wednesday. We are at 29 degrees. So yeah, that's pretty chilly. And if we look at the cloud cover, now you will see. Well, it looks like we do get that front offshore. So we'll have to see. Well, we'll have to see what happens. We will have to see what happens. So with that does wrap up this weather update. Again, get ready for a cold. Winter is coming early. Thank you for watching and have a good night.